So if you're taking thyroid medication and you're trying to figure out when you should take it or what you should avoid when you take it, you're going to want to watch this video. I'm going to go over with you all my tips and tricks on taking thyroid medication and why I started taking mine in the middle of the night. So something to keep in mind when you take thyroid medication is there's a lot of different things that can affect the absorption of thyroid medication. So you have to be very strategic and very, very timely when you take it. So for me personally, I started taking mine in the middle of the night. And here's a couple reasons why. There's a lot of different types of things that can affect, particularly minerals, that can affect the absorption of thyroid medication. Things like calcium, iron, magnesium, they can all affect absorption of your thyroid medication. So you have to keep it away, usually around 4 hours or so. Well, a lot of people, when we have hypothyroidism or even Hashimoto's, we usually have mineral deficiencies. And a lot of times when you take the minerals, because you have the mineral deficiency, you're taking those twice a day. So timing wise, it's really hard to get all that in when you need to space it apart and then still fit your thyroid medication in there as well. Now, that's not to say that you still couldn't take your calcium, magnesium, iron, whatever at lunchtime-ish and dinner time-ish, and then take your thyroid medication early in the morning. But for me, it was easier. I like having my minerals in the morning and my evening. So I always get up at least one time in the middle of the night to go pee. So I just take my thyroid medication. The other thing is, because I'm taking it in the middle of the night, I also don't have to worry about anything that I'm drinking in the morning. Is that affecting it? Coffee is a big one. And it's really tough because when do most people drink coffee? In the morning. When do you take your thyroid medication? In the morning. So you need that to be spaced at least 2 hours. Some people need 4, but generally it's around 2 hours. You need to wait from the time that you take your medication to drinking your coffee. And again, that's not the easiest thing to do. So that's why I just started taking mine in the middle of the night, because then I don't have to ever worry about anything that I'm taking, any of my supplements, anything that I'm eating is going to interfere. You still want to wait at least, I typically recommend, usually the doctors will say wait 30 minutes. I always say wait 60 minutes to eat once you've taken your thyroid medication. Again, that can be very hard because if someone's like, I wake up, take my meds, and I got to get out the door to get to work, and you need fit breakfast in there, that can be a challenge. So the way that you get around that is you just take it in the middle of the night. Now, if you're not very consistently waking up in the middle of the night to go like pee or something like that, that can make it a little bit challenging. You want to still take your thyroid medication around-ish the same time each day. It doesn't have to be completely spot on. Sometimes I wake up at midnight, sometimes it's 1. As long as it's within a few hours, then you're totally fine. But this is a way to get around having to avoid to wait to take your other supplements or to wait to eat or have your coffee in the morning. Because like I said, a lot of people like to have their coffee. Even a lot of people will put their drink collagen in the morning because it's a great time to do it, get going in the morning, or their apple cider vinegar and lemon juice cocktail that you see so much on that. And that can even affect absorption. You know, if you're doing that within 30 minutes, you want more time spaced out. So just a really good way to kind of get around that. I do have a lot more information as far as numbers when it comes to your thyroid numbers to see, okay, am I even absorbing this medication? Is this even working how I'm doing the timing? I have a guide that's called The Secret to Reading Your Thyroid Blood Test, so you can look at what you need to be checked for your markers and the reference ranges. Then you can kind of tell, all right, what I'm doing is working. I'm actually absorbing the medication. Now, also keep in mind, just because you're absorbing the medication and the numbers show up doesn't mean you're using the thyroid hormone. That's a whole nother subject, and I have a lot of videos on that. And information I can give you. If you have questions about that, definitely drop a comment below. But the guide can kind of help give you some more information as far as what you need to have checked for your thyroid markers, so you can kind of go from there. So just some extra information as far as that goes, but definitely consider how you're taking your thyroid medication. Again, there's a lot that can affect the absorption, so you want to be very timely with it, and just be careful that you're not taking things, supplements, things like that are too close to your medication, or drinking your coffee. It will definitely affect the absorption. So let me know if you have any questions with that. Drop a comment below if this resonates with you, or again, if you have more questions about how to take the medication, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.